Hello, everybody. Welcome to the most exciting night of your life. No, probably not the most exciting night of your life, but it's going to be fun. I want to introduce myself. My name is Jill Matthews, and I'm a national director with Mary Kay, which just basically means I've been doing Mary Kay for a long time. So I figured up today, I've been in Mary Kay longer than I've not been in Mary Kay in my life. And so I love my little pink bubble, and I can't wait to share it with you tonight. So it looks like we've got a lot of people already joining us. I love that because I threw out an on-time drawing. And so I know that I give great stuff. And so just so you'll know, we're going to draw in just a few minutes right before we introduce our guest speaker. So I'm going to tell you what you're going to be winning. Sometimes I don't always have it to show, so I do tonight. So this is our Mary Kay finishing spray. And this is our Mary Kay facial foundation primer. Now, the reason I want to share those with you tonight as your free gift for being online, being on time, is this. It's 100 degrees outside. The humidity level, I don't know where you live, but if you live in Dallas, Texas, it's really humid. And I know if you live anywhere else in Texas, it's super humid. So here's what I want you to know. These two products are going to work magic to sweat proof your makeup. You're going to want to make sure that if you don't win tonight, you're going to go ahead and call your beauty consultant and say, I've got to have those two things, because they are absolutely critical for you to have flawless makeup all day long. So I have been a busy girl today, and I was literally at swim practice with my son at 5:15. I came home, got dressed. I was probably looked like this at about 8:15 this morning, and I have run all day. I have put new lip gloss on today, and that's it. And so I want you to know these two products are the bomb. So you've got to have them. Okay, so there's my sales pitch for tonight. But I'm excited that you're with us, and I'm excited that we have all of our guests joining us, because tonight is going to be fun. We're doing a great theme tonight. Our theme is all about how do you look virtually. We're doing so many things, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's Zoom. I mean, I know my sweet mother is doing her Sunday school class on Zoom. She's always asking me to bring her a little extra blush because she feels like she looks washed out. So there's all sorts of things that we're doing virtually. And I don't think that's going to change. I think our world has shifted, and I think we've creased our brain a little bit, and we've all learned a little bit more about technology. And so we're going to have the unique opportunity to learn from an expert on how to make sure our environment looks great and how to make sure we look great. And we use some great, maybe virtual etiquette to make sure that we are polished and poised and fabulous looking online. Because if we're not careful, we might not be. So it's just a new skill for all of us. And so I'm very excited to introduce her. But before we get started, I just want to say thank you for spending your evening with us. We're going to have a great time. And many of you know we give lots of free prizes away. So the foundation primer and the finishing spray is just one of the many gifts that we're going to give away. So if you would like to be automatically invited to in our drawing for our free gifts, you're going to need to comment. And so if you're on Facebook, you're going to comment in your Facebook section. If you're on YouTube, you're going to comment on your YouTube section, and you're just going to tell us your name, who invited you tonight, and maybe just some fast fun fact about you, just something we need to know, some juicy detail. I don't know. Give us the dirt. I don't know. I don't know. But literally what that's going to do, the nanosecond that you comment, it's going to allow your name to go into one of our random drawings. We're going to be drawing all through the night. And I usually have a very handsome Prince of Prize Patrol. But I actually have two Princes of Prize Patrol. But they're both indisposed. One is having some fun, and one's at Bible study. So it tells you how my family's going right now. One's having fun, one's at Bible study. So the good news is you got me, and I'm going to be in charge of Prize Patrol tonight. So I can handle it. I got coached on it earlier today, and they both told me I can swing it. So make sure you're commenting. Make sure you're saying hello. And then anytime you hear something that you think is interesting, or anything really like that was a great idea or anything like that, I want you to know that the minute that you comment, it goes into more drawings. So the more you comment, the more entries you have to win. So I'm very excited about that. So let's do a quick drawing. I'm going to grab my granny glasses because I am of the age, and my fearless assistant Stephanie Hudson, who is in the wings in the green room. We're going to pretend she's in the green room. She is working to feverishly write down all of the people joining us in the comments, and she's really, really working hard to make sure we have great drawings for our guests. So comment and comment often. So she's going to give me a quick name here as soon as I pull up my text. And then the second thing I want you to know is we've got a great IT person that's making sure that we look good, sound good, all that good stuff. And her name is Carrie Maples, and she is our guru of everything virtual, and she does for our events. And then the team Matthews, which is our Matthews leadership team, is in the wings, and they are ready to answer questions, address concerns. So if you have anything that you've ever wanted to ask a Mary Kay lady, tonight's the night. Tonight is the night, because they're waiting in the wings and they need something to do. I want to make sure they're working tonight. So make sure you comment and comment often. Okay, so let's get started. I am going to be pulling up my little special early bird winner. Oh my gosh. Okay, from Kathy Cochran's group is Bella Couch. Bella, congratulations. You are winning our wonderful foundation primer as well as our finishing spray. Now, I promise these two products are going to change your life. You will be melt-proof, sweat-proof, looking fabulous from the moment you get ready in the morning to the moment you go to bed at night. You're going to look amazing. So congratulations, Bella. It's great to be on time, and it's great to be a winner. Okay, so without any further ado, I'm going to introduce one of my dear friends. And so Tony let me just pop her on the screen so you can see her beautiful face, because she's so cute. There she is. There's Miss Tony. And Tony is an amazing sales director. She has been in the company for 38 years. Is that correct?
9.
So she did start when she was 2, for sure, because look at that face. You know she only started when she was 2. But seriously, she is going to be laying it on us tonight. And she has been around. She's seen all sorts of products. She's very, very schooled in this virtual world. And so I can't wait. I've got my notepad, Tony. I'm ready. I'm literally ready to write notes, because I want to look cuter virtually every single day. So literally, let's jump in and party. So I'm going to jump off and you get started, and then I'm going to interrupt you a couple of times with some winners.
That's great.
Good?
No problem.
Okay.
Awesome. Yes.
Bye, guys.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. Somebody comment if you can hear me okay. Make sure my volume's okay on this computer, or let Stephanie know, and then she can let me know, whatever. You guys, this is going to be so much fun, because this is a program that isn't all over the place. Can't learn everything, this stuff hardly anywhere, or couldn't before the 13th of March. And so with that in mind, I want you to know that what I'm going to do tonight is just teach confidence on a camera. So you may be a consultant, you may be a guest. Yes, I want you guys to know how much you just boosted your consultant's confidence. Having you here with her makes her, it helps complete her for the night, helps her feel like she's doing a really good job at her job, at her business, at our side hustle, which is fun. It's hard to think that this is a job. We make great money, but it's hard to think it's a job. So what I want to do is I just want to assure all of you, I've had a couple of questions. This sounds like it's going to be consultant training. It's everybody training, because we're all on camera. Our kids are on Zoom. We're on Zoom. The teachers are on Zoom. It's everywhere. Everything you do. Those of you that have another job, you're probably doing it virtually unless you're essential. So if you're doing happy hour with your girlfriends in another city, it's on Zoom. If you're seeing your grandkids, everything is somewhere on some camera, on a phone, or whatever. So that's what I want to talk about, is a few things that are super important to the tricks of the trade, really. Now, had you told me on the 13th or the 12th of March that I would know what it takes to do this, I'd have gone, because I put Learn Zoom on my assistant can tell you, I put it on there consistently, and I would just put it on the next day, and then I would put it on the next day. Well, we were forced to develop confidence in doing Zoom back in March. So I love it. I just keep telling myself that in about 2 weeks is all over. But what I want to do is just give you guys a few tricks of the trade and let you know what helps your presence on Zoom. So whether it be your boss that's looking at you, your girlfriends that are looking at you, your family, teachers, whatever, And I hope they teach this to the schools, because it's going to get real interesting when you have a bunch of kids on the camera when I start telling you these things. But what I want you to do, guests, is I want you to be thinking about tonight. First of all, I just want you to pat yourself on the back for being a part of our community tonight. We love that. We value you. We appreciate you. But I want you to be thinking about how would I like to work from home, and how would I like to get my heavy hobby of cosmetics at a really great discount, and how would I like to help change the lives of other women by giving them something. One of my favorite things about Mary Kay is that I can give them my life. Everybody I love the fact that I can just give my life away to anybody that's willing to work for it. So what is important about our business is it's not about lipsticks. It is about lipsticks, National Lipstick Day today. It is about lipsticks. But it's super important that we realize that it's about pouring into other people. That's what we do in Mary Kay. I was very against selling, so I want you to know that, just so you can kind of relax and just have fun tonight and then get all the tricks of the trade too. So first thing, you have 6 seconds to make a good impression. So there is not a lot you can do in 6 seconds, right? I mean, you just can't fix everything in 6 seconds. So I want you to be prepared ahead of time for one of these type things. When you get ready to get on a camera or Zoom, or make sure, we're going to talk about your makeup application and what needs to change or what needs to be enhanced. But we're also going to talk about the other stuff, like prepare ahead of time. Get on the camera a little early and see how you look. Log on to check your surroundings. Do you have things going on in the background? Do you have a lot of, are you in a bedroom where there's dirty clothes laying on the bed? And it's just a matter of figure out where you're at. Make sure it's not too busy in your background. All right, we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute. No clutter, make it simple, but check yourself. When you get on there, be sure you got the lighting, talking about that in a detail in a second, but be sure that you look like you want to look, all right? I'll just give you a little heads up on that. When I do my makeup every day, I've done it in Mary Kay for 39 years and in life for more than 60, I will do one in the bathroom where I have a super great mirror, 2-sided, got lots of, powerful light, powerful magnification, because over 60, right? And what I'll do is come in here and get ready for a live, and it's a totally different look. So it's important to me that I come in early and see how it's looking with this time of day, because I've got a window, but it's a different time of day. It's not real sunny right now. All right. The other thing for some of y'all is the do not disturb symbol. It could be a sign. You've got to have a place that's just for you. It can be a sign. It can be, when I was raising my children, I came into Mary Kay before I had kids. They're all, of course, grown and gone. And I had this darling little apple. It was about this big, and it had a little stick on it that had 3 little apples on it. And if they came in and I was wearing my beauty coat, which back then was featured pink, it was not a pretty pink, but if I was wearing my beauty coat, probably been good on camera, but they literally would take one of those little apples, 1, 2, or 3. And so when my call was over, I could go to them to get that apple and get the question answered, but I wasn't interrupted. So the same kind of thing handled in this situation, even especially with those sweet spouses of ours. I have a girlfriend that just this weekend told me that her husband was on Zoom, and she went in and just gave him a big old huge kiss, and he didn't have a chance to tell her, and all these people were watching. So, I mean, it can even get bigger stories than that. We'll keep this G-rated. So anyway, not her story, but other people that you see. If you Google that, it gets crazy. So a do not disturb symbol, something that says, hey, I'm online. I'm online. A light. You know how they do in the movie studios? I'm online. All right. So what I want you to be thinking about is how you felt by changing a little bit about what we're doing. And that's how we will tackle all these little things about being on camera. It will put pep in your step to learn a new something like a Zoom, or how to do a different kind of makeup, or how to do your brows. That kind of stuff just puts pep in our step. So embrace that and let's do it. Don't put it on your to-do list every day and put it on the next day like I was doing. So let's talk specifically about lighting first. Okay, so first lighting. The best lighting is directly in front of you, just like I have lights in front of me. It's a natural window, actually. So if you can set your Zoom up somewhere that it's a natural lighting, that's the best way to do it. But at this time of night, when it's a little bit cloudy, it's not going to be the best. So you do need to have yourself a backup. I have a So about 10 minutes ago, I had a fabulous easel that went high, real high, and then it goes real low to sit on the desk as well. And I was attaching my phone to it and snapped the lights off. So I'm going to get a brand new one, but it's got two big lights. And let me show you what happens with this lighting. Now, I know a lot of y'all are glass wearers. So this is what I want you to know. I can see right here, but I can't see a long ways away. So with my lighting where it is right now, if I sit right here like this, I'm not having, well, I mean, I can't touch that. I've had to tape it because it literally completely came off the easel. So I can't touch it now. But my point is that if you've got your eyes up here, you can't see that. But if you keep your eyes down like this, it's just got a minor glare, and you'll be able to wear your glasses. Because I know some of y'all can't even hardly see your screen because you've got opposite light. I can see my screen great. I can't see far away. So that's why I've got the glasses. So be sure that you've got your light high enough if you're a glass wearer, so it's not causing you poor eyes right there. The angle of your camera, so your computer, your phone, whatever it is, you can get attachments. Like I have a desk one, and I have this one that I just broke. I'm sure my husband can fix it somehow. But basically what you do is you make sure that the camera on your phone or on your computer is level with right here. All right, level right here. It needs to be looking a little bit right at your forehead, looking down at you. I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I'm going to show you something, because this is what happens if you have it too low. If I lower this, let me show you this. So I'm going to show you, like a lot of people, they put their camera on their lap and they look into their camera like this. And so what's ended up happening, what you see right there is I have 3 more chins than I had before I stood up. I have 15 more pounds, and I've got 2 huge nostrils on an Italian nose. And that's what, you're welcome. That's what you get if you do your phone too low. So you don't want to do a phone too low or a camera too low. So honestly, just put it on repair boxes. I have repair boxes under my camera. Perfect. Put it under repair boxes. All right. So you don't want, let me show you this little, I'm just going to give you a quick example of what it's doing if you're not using light in front of you. So this is a really powerful flashlight, my husband. So here's what's happening. See the light, how it's glaring my face? That's happening. That's not attractive. Behind you is hard for the seer, and then too much. It's crazy. Now, you're not going to have that powerful of a light, but I just want to show you, without having to get up and get away from the screen, exactly what that does. So you want it to be soft light too, but a lot of like daylight. All right. So if you guys have questions on that kind of stuff, just ask them, and then one of my director girlfriends will answer them for you. So the camera angle, forehead height, good posture. When you're sitting up this high, you don't have anything but good posture. Okay. No ceiling fans moving in the background, no dogs, no people. And look at the camera, not the screen. It's really difficult to not look at the screen because you want to make sure everything's going okay, but look at the camera. Be sure there's not a lot of noise behind you. Practice, we talked about that a minute ago, practice how to turn, oh, no, we didn't talk about this. Practice how to turn off the camera on like a Zoom. If you're on a Zoom, find out before you get on, just Google, how do you turn off the video of a Zoom? And be sure you know how to turn off that video so that it can just be your name or just be your picture. Because there are times when stuff happens in our backgrounds. I mean, after all, we're working at home, right? That we have to turn that off. We don't want to distract everybody else with what we have going on. Don't eat on camera. Can't share your food. You don't eat in front of people. Drinking, that's acceptable. So here's the other thing. Now we're going to start talking about how we look. So hair. We're big on being home. We love it. We've got more time with our family. Let's look at the positive stuff about this, right? Let's look at the good stuff. So one of the things that a lot of people have discovered that they now need in their arsenal in their bathroom is dry shampoo. Literally, just spray the front and punch up the front of your hair. Nobody's going to see the back unless you get up, turn around, and you don't have a reason to do that. So just invest in some really good dry shampoo. Don't piddle with your hair. This is to me. Handmade. I play with my hair all the time, so I actually have a clip in my hair right now so that I don't play with it because it's a habit. I sit at my desk, I read. This is what I do when I read. So you don't want to do that on camera. So just make sure you got a hair clip or whatever. Clothing, this is going to be fun. Clothing. Now here you go. I'm going to get a little bit lower here. So So clothing is super specific. Let me go to, I love this whole topic. This suit, you can see a little bit of detailing on our lapel. Some of y'all, and I want you to comment on this, some of y'all, I want to see, is this moving around when I'm not touching it? Is this lapel moving around? With that situation, some people are going to have, I'm going to change jackets and have another. I mean, how appropriate is it that Mary Kay made our new suits? You're always a step ahead. I had no idea COVID was going to happen. We were all going to be on camera, but we're always a step ahead. So I'm going to change to one of my other director suits, jackets, and I'm going to show you what this one does to make the point of, tax are still on because we haven't gotten to wear it yet. To make the point of, don't wear a lot of pattern. Like, you see what just happened to the screen? You're now not even seeing my eyes. You're seeing this beautiful suit. Now, this suit's beautiful in person. Let me just tell you, this suit is one of my faves. When I became a director 38 years ago, or 7 or whatever it was, 39 years, whatever that was, blue was our suit. And I loved it. Loved it then, loved it every time, loved the blue. So what I want you to see is that this has got a lot of busy going on. Some people's screens are going to dance with all this going on, all right? It doesn't seem like a lot, and it's a beautiful tweed in person, but on the camera, it's a little different situation, all right? So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you another one in just a second. So what you want to know with your clothing is you want to dress for the job you want. So if you're wanting to look super professional in your job, if you're wanting the boss's job, dress better than the boss, at least from the waist up, right? Be comfortable. You don't, be sure you're not going to get up in your pajama pants, but solids win in the video game. Can't hear you, can't hear you, can't hear you, can't hear you.
Sorry. Should I have listened to you earlier and turned my microphone on? Well, you said no pajama pants, and that devastated me. So I just.
No, I didn't say no. I just said don't let them show.
Oh, don't let them show. Okay. Well, that's even better. That's even better. Well, we have got a winner, Tony, and Tracy Alexander from the Kim Thomas Group is our winner. And I just got tickled because you said you're talking about clothes, and she just commented a moment ago that we have to wear clothes. And I said, at least from the top up, at least from the top up. So, Tracy, you're already fun. We already love you, and you probably just need to sign up and be part of us because we're all about having a good time. And I think you're fun. So, Tracy, you're a winner chicken dinner, as my Prince of Prize Patrol would say, and you just won a summer must-have. So thanks for participating. Thanks for all the comments. You're keeping me busy, and what fun. So keep going, Tony. Keep giving us the scoop.
Super. Okay, so we're going to go back with clothes. We're going to stay with clothing. Dress for the job you want. I don't care if you're wearing pajama bottoms. Just don't get up and walk in front of your camera. Be sure that you're walking sideways and getting out of the camera view if you're going to do that. I am a strong believer, you guys, in confidence, that if you're wearing confidence head to toe, it's going to feel and it's going to come across on the screen. So I think that's super important. Now, the other thing, this is going to be fun. So solids are best. I'm going to talk about colors and the power of color in a second. Solids are best. Spaghetti straps, be careful with that. Be careful with spaghetti straps. That's a little too revealing. One of my director girlfriends said this week, remember the 3 B's. We don't want to see your boobs, your butt, or your belly. So I'll tell you what happened right before she said that on our director call. It was, my fan was going, because I've already mentioned my age, so you know I get a fan going all the time. I got one on my desk and I got one above my head. I don't have one on above the head when I'm doing this, but I reached over to my light to turn it off. Well, when I did that, of course, instead of getting up and going around my desk, I reached up and I'm like, oh, I just did that. So it's just reprogramming our brain. But let me give you what my mom always told us about the boobs, butt, and belly. Raised 5 girls. My dad had a harem, a house full of girls. And she always said, don't advertise what you're not willing to sell, or what's not for, she would say, don't advertise what's not for sale. Pretty simple there. So we need that sign on Walmart. Okay, so colors. Let's go to colors. And what do colors do? What do they mean? What message are you wanting to send? Because if you're just a part of the crowd and you've got this screen with all these little pictures, you're not even getting a chance to say much. your picture saying everything. So what I want you to think about is red. Red is a super aggressive color. It is bold. It's not a relatable color. It's a power color. It is one of our best Mary Kay colors. This is not a screen color, however. So what you want to be thinking about is when you're in a situation where you want that power or need some power, definitely get in that red jacket. Everybody wants Mary Kay's Star Team Builder jacket. And oh my gosh, you guys, the new ones are adorable. I'm going to buy myself one for my off days. Red aggressive. Yellow. You guys, I know a lot of y'all have been on here for a couple of weeks, or we've been doing this a couple of months now, huh? So fun, I forget. And yellow is a color you saw Jill wearing a couple of weeks ago. Our sweet Jill was wearing this adorable little yellow that is happy, it is fun, and it is positive. It's a good color. Remember, our emojis, the little smiley emoji, they're always yellow. Yellow is a good color. Greens and blues, they're tranquil, they're peaceful, and they're also a trustworthy color. All right? Trustworthy, that's a key factor for what we're doing. With our job, with our Mary Kay, with our family, keyword. Black, if you know me very well, you're going, where did you get that blue dress you have on? Because you don't have blue. I have black or white, and then I have some white that goes with some black, and then I have some black and white. That's my closet. It's crazy. But camera-wise, all black is not your best friend. It'll help you disappear, and that's not really what you want. It also competes with your face. It competes with your skin. It's not a good idea to do that. If you're going to do that, be sure and wear something fluffy that's not black, like maybe just one of the little infinity scarves, or we'll talk about jewelry in a minute, but just something that's got a soft color to it. It can drain your face of the color, and it also can compete with you. Now, if you've got a high contrast level like I do, where my skin's lighter, not this time of year so much, but skin's lighter, hair's darker, it's not going to compete with me as much as it will other people that don't have that contrast level. All right, so white. Let me just show you what white does. Got a little fashion show going on here. All right, so you've seen me for a couple of minutes now. You've seen me in a couple of different colors. Now look what happens. Now remember, white's my favorite color. Well, summertime anyway. So look how much of your attention went to this jacket, how much it attracts the light. Now, sometimes that might be what you want to do, but what message do you want to send? The other thing about this is that in some people's cameras, it can kind of have an angelic glow. Not the greatest idea. All right. So taking that off. Now, so your universal colors, gals, are blue, or even for your husbands. If there's guys on here, that's for them too. Blues, greens, purples, and pinks. Okay. Now let's talk about jewelry. Super simple. Easy to talk about jewelry because it's not easy with Mary Kay girls.
Sorry, I got to go change my blouse in a minute because I'm wearing black.
You have look at all that hair. Look at all that hair. See, okay, that's a good point you made. You don't have to though. Look at the brown you have already going on. Now, if you were doing this and
too much.
You also have shoulders showing, Jill. You don't have heavy, dark, heavy on.
Well, I had a magenta blouse on that was going to look fabulous, but I ate my hamburger and I got mustard all the way down the front. And I didn't think that would be part of your program. So,
no,
but I'm here to tell some good news. So let me tell you what the good news is. Hold on, let me put my spectacles on, kids. Here we go. We have 2 winners. Judy has been a commenting woman. I love it. Judy's a great job. And Cindy Wildford is her consultant. And then Claudia Smith. Claudia, Michelle Clough is your consultant. Yay. Michelle Clough is the one that's famous for the 3B comments. So I'll throw her under the bus. I'll tell it. So congratulations. So Claudia and Judy, you have got summer must-haves coming your way. You're learning and you're winning. Learning and winning. Great job. I've got a whole page of notes after I go change my blouse. Bye, Tony.
Bye. Okay, you guys, I'm so glad she came back on with that black. You know what's funny is I didn't even see that was black because it's a good balance. You see, she doesn't have the black competing with her face. That's a really good example. Okay, so jewelry. This is hard for us Mary Kay girls because we're all jewelry queens. We got jewelry everywhere. We got, we just do. But when on camera, I honestly took a ring off tonight because it's a big ring for this presentation because it's not I'm not here to sell you a ring. I'm here to explain to you how to have confidence on camera, and that ring's going to detract from that. Just like me doing this or anything. You just want to be careful, or that. Don't touch your face. We're in COVID. So keep it simple. Large dangly, which is my favorite because I've got all this hair, is what I generally wear. That will be distracting from what you're doing and what you're drawing attention to. All right. So let's talk makeup. I know that's what most of y'all probably came for, but here's where we go. So makeup, you guys, is like a buffet. That's what I've always said my whole career. Makeup's like a buffet. I was raised with a whole bunch of women and a whole bunch of kids. And so we just got to, the food was out there and we got to just go get what we wanted. And if we didn't like it, we didn't have to eat it. We didn't have to get it again, but it was a buffet, right? That's how cosmetics are. I want you to try all of the things that you are interested in experiencing. But if you don't like it, there is another way to do things. All right. So that's one of the things that's so valuable about you having a consultant, is that she's trained on these things. And if she's new and doesn't know yet, she has a trainer, a director, or a recruiter that's going to help her with that. So you've got a community of women that are here for you. It's the greatest opportunity. I'm so glad I've been a part of Mary Kay since I was 2. Not really, been a little longer than that. Okay, so first thing, a mirror. I've already mentioned my mirror. Great magnifying mirror, has the 10 time, whatever, so I can see close. Second thing that you want to know about a camera is that it just flattens your face. How many of y'all have ever been on Zoom? I have a couple of kids that travel, and they travel to the other side of the world, and they're there for a long time. And so we'll Zoom and I'll screenshot just so that I've got that picture of us. And I go back and look at him and I'm like, oh, if it's a middle of the, or, like late evening where I've already got my makeup off, it's just flat. The camera just flattens my face. So I'm going to show you how to do some contouring where you'll have depth. All right. Dewy. I want you to know the texture of your skin is super important. And that is, I'm real dry, but what I want to do is come across dewy. So what I do, of course, our great skincare program, a whole nother video. We're not gonna go through that, and a lot of y'all have already done that. But what I do for an everyday look, I do the primer, I do the spray, just like Jill just showed you guys. But for my everyday, I do half CC cream, which is a moisturizer with sunscreen. Big deal right now. Big deal for sunscreen. And then half of my luminous foundation. I am real dry, so I need the luminous. I can't just do CC cream. And I can, but I prefer to have luminous with it. So I do half and half, put it on the back of my hand. Then I dot it all over my face. And then I do this little brush. This is my favorite foundation brush. This is the blender. This is that really thick. Look at that. Goodness gracious. Love it. And you can clean this, you guys, with a little bit of Dove foam. I just put a little foam in my hand and I honestly just turn it around and around and around, rinse it out, do it again with a little warm water, rinse that out real good and lay it on the sink like this. All right. Just so, where am I going to do it? There we go. So that the bristles are laying down so it doesn't get into the glue and mess it up. But once I've got this foundation on my face, then I go through and I lighten it in areas that tend to collect. So if you don't have mature quality like I do, and you don't have any of this, this is just to buff through and take a little bit, just blend the color so that it's blended everywhere and you don't have any foundation showing. That is the first great tip. It's a coverage that this is what I have on. I'm going to show you powder in a second, but that's what I have on. Now, we do have another product that I have on that's coming out in a couple of days. I can't tell you about it. You're going to love it. It's really good for Italian women. All right. So the next thing that I want to show you is concealer. So I'm going to go through the liquid products before I go to our translucent powder, because I don't want to put powder on yet. I want to stay liquid. So what I want is just a sheer coverage. And you can see, even if I get really close, this is cameras are super forgiving. I love that. Now, they're super forgiving, but they also give in areas that they shouldn't. So let's talk about that. So great new, not new, but some of y'all probably have our concealers that weren't on a wand. Love this. Look at this little guy. All right. Jill, that's mine. So what I do is just dot this on anything. Once I get my foundation on, I just dot this in the area of anything that's showing, like a dark circle or a dark spot or a blemish or whatever. So and then I take a concealer brush. This is our concealer brush. This is mine. So it normally is brown. This has concealer on it. because I practice today. When I get on camera, I practice before. I do the whole process just to make sure that everything's going to work. And then you just tap, 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 tap. And you, honestly, I've got dark spots from being such a sun goddess when I was a child. That's what it does. Just completely covers. So that would go over your foundation. You don't put concealer on all over your face. You just put it on anything that shows when you finish your foundation, right? Now comes your friend, the translucent powder. Now, this guy, I think we've seen it probably every week. It has a sifter in it. This is the best powder in the world. It's milled super fine to where it's not going to cake. It's not going to show thickness. Even on my dry skin, I love it. What it does is it takes away shine. Like, let me tell you what happened right 5 minutes before we went on screen. My forever camera light stand, which I have had set up all day, ready to go, because I've already practiced, like I said, cracked. Like the light, camera, I mean the light, the mirror, my phone, everything came completely off. So it's just fabulously taped right now. When I got done, I looked in the camera, I'm like, oh. So I powdered just like that, all right? You have powder in your brush. This is our powder. Love this all over powder brush. This one, hold on. Yep, all over. That's the words for it. Let me go, sorry. There we go, all over. Love that brush. So I used it after because I got a little in a hurry. Powder won't collect in your lines. It won't collect. It doesn't show up. This translucent powder is milled so well. It also, you guys, you can tell it's not reflecting light on my skin. How many of you guys have camera pictures or pictures from the past where I do, because my family's used Mary Kay forever. Our powder didn't used to do this. I mean, it used to not be camera friendly. When we all got in line, we all had these nets, and then we had these spaces of powder in this picture. It's like unbelievable. So this is your powder that's super camera friendly. Now, eye primer. Everybody needs eye primer. If you are sensitive to caffeine on your skin, I know that sounds weird, but this has caffeine in it. Use it on important days, all right? Don't use it when you're not going to be going out and about. It is the bomb for your eyeshadow. Your eyeshadow will stay all day. It'll stay all day with primer on, and it looks better with primer. It is a big, big difference if you put primer on. So it just adheres the shadow, gives it a vibrant look. The next thing I'm going to do, I don't do shadow yet. I generally start my lashes. Lashes are super important when you're on camera. A bunch of mascara, more mascara than you're used to. Okay. So I want to talk to you about one of our tools that's everybody needs. Everybody needs. I don't care how long or short your lashes are. You need these. This is our eyelash curler. Okay. I want to draw attention to, let me go, sorry. I want to draw attention to this curve. Can y'all see that curve at the top? Okay. What that's for, now I've already got my mascara on, so I'm just going to kind of show you. But you put that on your, let me get close so I can see. Okay, you put that on your eyes and you hold that, press that down just for a second. Now, you don't open that up and take it away, because then you've got a crimped eyelash row instead of a curled eyelash row. So you take it out a little bit, you set that curve in your eyelid. Take it out a little bit, squeeze, hold it. Take it out a little bit, squeeze, hold it. Take it out a little bit, squeeze, and hold it. So you have curled your lashes in 3 curls. You've given it, this will help you have a lot more lash when you are on camera. Now, this is my formula for lashes. I have a mascara wardrobe. You need a mascara wardrobe. And let me tell you why. It's kind of the idea that you go into Nordstrom's. So Nordstrom's has a department for this. They have a department for this size, for this size, for this age, for this age. So you've got these different departments. So we don't all fit in the same mascara. We need a wardrobe of mascaras. We need the department that we want. So my first favorite mascara is our Lash Love Lengthening, okay? Lash Love Lengthening. And we have super great products that help you enhance your lashes, the growth and the strength of them. So, I mean, the healthiness of them. So the reason I love this is, one, the wand. This is so different than Zoom. The wand It's like a comb, and I can get down to every tiny corner of every lash. So I do 2 coats of this first. I do this before I even start my makeup, honestly, because I don't care if it gets all over my face if I don't have my makeup on. So I do a coat and let it dry, a coat and let it dry. And then once I've done some other stuff on my face, I'll come back and I do, my favorite is Lash Intensity. Now I'm going to show you Fanorama because it's the most famous mascara right now. It has a really unique, it's the same formula, but it's got a unique brush that makes it the bomb. People love Fanorama. So if you love Fanorama, get a comment, you'll get something free. But this is my favorite, you guys. This is actually the Lash Intensity. It's the weird tube. Goodness. Okay, I'm going to get that. All right, so on the lid, it has the raised letters Mary Kay. I don't know if you can, there you go, Mary Kay. That is for your thumb. That they're not there to advertise. It's actually so that you can use this for your thumb. And so the bristles on this brush are going to go short. See how short they are on that side, and long on that side. All right. So what happens is you set this at the base, put your thumb on the Mary Kay. You set it at the base, and you roll that up on your lashes. So it's getting the smaller ones, getting them thicker, the longer ones getting it longer. And it builds your lashes. It will honestly build your lash to where you're like, where did those lashes come from? I do 2 coats of this. Okay. So I have a mascara wardrobe. I will recommend to you on mascaras, just a tip on the side, whether you're on camera or not, get from your girl a fresh mascara wand. I had one laying here, but it's not here right this second. A fresh mascara wand, because you want to be able to clean up a brand new mascara. It's going to give you a little extra. You want to clean that up. All right. So let's go to brows. So brows now, you guys, brows are, this is like when you have children and they have this adorable little picture and you put it on the wall. It's a cute picture on the wall, right? Brows, what God gave us. When you have this picture and you have it framed and you put it on the wall, you're serious about how cute this picture is. These brows are the frame of your face. They are probably the most important thing you're going to have that you're going to do when you're on camera. All right. So with our mascara wand, it has this, we have a winner.
Hold on. We have 2 winners. I was waiting to hear about the framed portrait. The frame. I love that. The frame around our face is the portrait. So for sure. Okay. Excellent. So we have 2 winners. It's an exciting day. We have Ashley Colwick from Brie Ford's group. So congratulations, Ashley. You're going to get a summer must-have, and you're going to love it. And then we have Destiny Renee. And Destiny, I don't know who your beauty consultant is, so make sure that you speak up and tell us who your beauty consultant is, because we want to make sure and give her credit for your winning tonight. So thank you, ladies, for commenting and getting all jiggy with us. We love that. And so here you go, Tony. I'm patching you back in because I want to know what's the rest of the story.
Okay, there's a short story left, not much. Okay, you guys, I love getting jiggy with this. Our community gets jiggy. We do love doing that. All right, so eyebrow brush. This is the best, 2-ended. Stiff for brows. This one is your little, like, it's like it's got a name. Not spindle, but anyway, doesn't matter. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to, before you put brows on, you're going to brush your brows up. And this also helps me get that product out of it because I use the concealer, the line. Then you take a little bitty scissor and you cut off just tiny, tiny pieces that are sticking up. I honestly could braid my brows. I'm not bragging, I'm complaining. It is crazy how 1 or 2 of them just go whoop. And I'll tell you why that's a problem in just a second. Then you go down on that same thing on your brows. You go down and then you cut the long ones that are hanging off there. The reason why this is so important, you guys, sorry, I had to look at that to see where I was punching that, is that when you go to use one of our brow products, you're not going to like the product if you have too long brow hair. Like it really does. It's crazy, but it's true. So what I'm going to recommend you do, I have very thick hair. I have very dark hair generally. I help it be dark right now. But what I do is I take hazelnut and I take this brush and I just tap, tap, tap the hazelnut in that brush. I touch it on the back of my hand like this. And then I honestly just do this. I just Make sure I do that right so I don't look so great. So I just fill in on the skin a little bit of color where it's thin. Then I take remember, brows are the most important thing. So you want to make sure that you're spending time doing brows. So then I take my brow pencil, and this is how you know where your brows go. Because the second you look at this, remember the frame. That is the first thing. If something's missing from the camera, it's brows. If people have too much, that's a really big problem right now. I'm not sure where that fad's, I'm got too many mature qualities for that fad. How about that? All right. So then up and down the nose, corner of the nose, corner of the eye. That's how far down it should come. Almost everybody needs help there. And then to get your arch, corner of the nose again, pupil of the eye. That's where you want to help sometimes get your arch higher. So you just take your pencil and you just come back and you draw the outside line and then you color it in. All right. So you've got two tools now. You've used a little bit of hazelnut or your color. There's a couple other colors, but just a matte shadow, an eyebrow pencil, and then check out this fun little guy. Now, I use brunette, but this is brows in a tube, right? Watch. Now, this is where if you've got too long of a brow, this is going to go, and that one's going to stick up and it's going to get stiff and it's going to look funny. It looks terrible. I tried it. I'm like, I can't use that stuff. But look how this immediately done. Goodness gracious. Now I'm talking a lot, so that's a lot more time spent on brows that doesn't have to be spent on brows. Next thing, how to give your face some depth. All right. So it's not flat. Remember, the camera flattens it out. So you take a little bit of our matte bronzer. It's on my brush. See it? You can see it. I touch it on the back of my hand. I don't want a big glob on me. So I'm going to do a 3. I'm going to start here a little bit. I'm going to come and I'm going to go under my cheek. And then I'm going to come under my jaw. I'm going to give myself definition. Now, I've done this 3 times today just to see, can I get it too dark? Is it showing up in the camera? And you're not going to, if you use the right color, you're not going to get it too dark. And if you do, you just come back with your little or big brush and lighten it up. This, you guys, gives you depth here and depth here. And you can also put it in the hollow so that you've got cheekbones that are popping. Now, the same thing with your cheeks. You want to be sure that you've got a soft color starting here going back. It really makes a difference because if you turn your head on camera, you see what happens. All right. Turn your head. Okay. Let me look real quick. Oh, shimmers. Be careful with shimmers because the light's going to catch them and they're going to get, like, if you're wanting that, what are you wanting to portray? That, again, we're going back to this question. All right. It's a buffet. What are you wanting to portray? If you're young and you want shimmer, fabulous, go for it. If you're not young, it's going to draw attention to lines if you use too much of it in certain places. National Lipstick Day. Be sure you're getting your lipstick. But let me tell you about lipstick.
Oh, we can't go to lips just yet. We've got too many winners. So let me just tell you, from Michelle Randall's group, we have Cheryl Pilgrim. Cheryl, congratulations. And Tony, you're gonna have to work on my lighting because I'm so washed out in here. So yes, I know, I'm working on it. So the next person is Jenny Taylor. Jenny, you're part of Michelle Clough's. Michelle has got an awesome group on tonight. And then we have Erica Gutierrez from Tanya Jordan's group. And Erica, we are so glad. You've been such a good commenter. And I just love your little picture on your Facebook post. It's so cute. So we love cute girls. And so you are darling. So join us. We would love to have you. And please, please, please keep commenting because there's more winning. Okay. Back to lips, baby. Back to lips.
Lips and we're done, you guys. Lips and we're done. So brows, lips, that's your frame, right? That's your frame. You can play the rest of this. I do my everyday lip with my coloring and my age. It's good to have a soft, peachy, corally color. So that's what I do. And I came in this afternoon to sit down, set up the camera, I guess to break my lighting is what I came to do. I didn't come to do that, but I did it. And I looked like I had nothing on my lip at all. So I remember my girlfriend, Deborah Rose, goes, get the red, get the red, get the. So red is going to be your friend. If you've got this much contrast on yourself, on your neck up, you've got this much contrast, dark hair, like, you got to have lips. I've got tiny little lips. I'm not willing to have things injected into my body. So I have tiny little lips that I have to use cosmetics to help with that. So I do the coral, and I do red first. Okay, so I still have the soft color, but I've got the red that can pop on my pencil. And I actually have a stain. Mary Kay has a fabulous tint that I stain my lips with. Love that. Love it, love it. And so then I put the stain on first, and then I do pencil, and then I do lip. That way I've got lip through the whole thing. I've got a lip. And you can put your gloss on after that. You can help change your color any way you want to go. But let me just give you a quick little story about lips, and then we're going to be done. So I worked for a law firm when I was about 20. I was the bookkeeper, secretary for two of the attorneys in bookkeeper for one large firm in Lubbock, Texas, where my husband went to school. And this attorney was in the end of the hall. It was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It still is my downtime. 4 o'clock is still that time where you're just, my body clock just goes, all right, it's time for a glass of water. And so he comes down the hall, and I'm evidently looking like crazy. And he just backs up. I don't even know if he knows I'm in Mary Kay because I don't work for him except for bookkeeping. So backs up and he goes, this is when I first started. He goes, if you put on a little lipstick, you'd feel a whole lot better. And he just started walking off, sitting down to his office. And I'm like, okay. Okay. So I did, and I'm like, he's right. You got a little lipstick, you're going to look a whole lot better. So I have a tip for you. Everything on camera needs to be blended, blended, blended. No harsh lines, no hard lines here, no heavy hard eyeliner, unless you want to add age. If you're young and you want more age, that would work. This is the hardest line you have, and you can see how not hard it is. And then your lip liner will be a specific line. But outside of that, you guys, no heavy anything, because that's what the camera gets drawn to. So we just want to have blend, blend, blend. Practice and play with it. Your consultant has samples that she can actually, little cards that she can give you that is an entire color look that goes with your eyes. You will be shocked at how your eyes will dance on the camera if you'll use these colors, and a makeup artist designed them all to go together, and they're beautiful. So I just want to tell you guys that I appreciate so much you taking time to invest in yourself and become more knowledgeable about being that confident on camera cutie. And I am ready to do another drawing, Jill, for you to do a drawing.
I think you're just ready not to be on camera anymore. Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, I just want to say what amazing training. What amazing training. You did a number one, really, really, really good job of just breaking it down piece by piece by piece. And I know that you are telling the truth. And let me tell you one. First of all, I've got trademark pink with pink liner and pink lip gloss on. And it looks like I've got a complete neutral.
Right.
I struggle on these events because I always feel like I look so washed out. Now, if you see me right now, I've got more lashes on than I ever wear.
Right.
I've got more liner on than I ever wear. I've got more blush on than I ever wear. And this is pink.
It is.
Trademark pink is pink. And I look neutral. I look almost washed out. And so what you're saying is truthful. And my mother used to, I know your boss told you this, but my mother, from the time I was 15 years of age, I'd be leaving the house and she'd say, "You're not going anywhere until you put some lipstick on." Oh, and I'd be going, really? Most moms are not wanting their daughters to wear lipstick. She was
right. I'm a tomboy, Mom.
But she probably did think I would feel better if I wore some lipstick. So I love it. What a great, great story. Tony, you did an amazing job. We want to say thank you for your wisdom, for your preparation, for your time, your energy, and just sharing your guts with us tonight. So thank you, girl. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Enjoyed it.
Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to let Tony have a little break, and I'm going to wrap us up and take us home. I want to say thank you for all the comments. It has been so fun. I've been typing like a little wild banshee woman, looking at all the comments, and y'all are fun. I love our Mary Kay world. I love our Mary Kay world for so many reasons. Number one, I love what we stand for. And, when we have a company that says God first, family second, career third, in that order, everything works, and outside that order, nothing works. When we have a company that says we will manufacture in the US of A, even though it's a lot more expensive, even though it's not popular, even though it's not our business culture or our industry culture, we're going to manufacture in the US because that's the right thing to do, is to keep our money right here in the US of A. That's something that we can support. When you have a company that does amazing things for women, literally millions of dollars to battered women's shelters, millions of dollars to cancer research, millions of dollars for programs for kids that have been affected by domestic violence. Millions of trees that are planted because we have a huge green initiative. What we do for our community and for our consultants and customers is really, really breathtaking. But then to have events like this where we really invest into our customers and say, we want you to learn, we want you to get better, we want you to do better. And we want to always be there with an encouraging word and just an opportunity just to lift you up. You know what, guys? You just have to turn the news on for like 30 seconds and you are going to want to stick a fork in your eye. I mean, literally, it's so depressing. Our whole world has gone crazy, but we want you to know that we love you. We love you as a customer. We love you as a friend. We love your family. We want you to be healthy. We want you to be happy. And we invented contact delivery. We were delivering to people's doorsteps before it was ever popular or ever talked about on the news. And so we want you to know that when you wash your face with Mary Kay, you're doing something great for small business, because each one of the beauty consultants that are represented here tonight are working to build their clientele and working to develop a small business. And our entire country was built on the backs of small business owners. And so we want to say thank you in advance for every product that you buy from Mary Kay. Remember, all of our products are money back guaranteed. So if Tony told you to buy something, try it. Try it. I bet you'll fall in love with it. But even if you don't, we'll make sure and make it right and make sure you find something that you will enjoy. We love our customers, and we also know that we've got new products coming out all the time. So these virtual events, there's always something to share, always something new to learn about. So we would love for you to tune back in. We had several people that literally have been on several different times because we're having fun. And you know what? On Wednesday nights, we call it Work It Wednesday, but it's really more girlfriend time on Wednesday. So it's Connection Wednesday. And so if you're like Tony said, if you're sitting there going, how could I do this in my own dining room and make money? How could I be somebody that works a virtual business and works behind a camera a couple of hours a day and calls it good? Well, if you're interested in that, we want to welcome you. We would love to give you some more information. Call your consultant, call me. I mean, I'll put my phone number out here. I'm happy to do that. But seriously, we would love to talk to you about the opportunities. And I'll tell you, our business is growing. In this weird economic time, our business is exploding because women are having to look good online. People are not going to quit being cute because of COVID. I promise. We maybe did for a couple of weeks there. We kind of, we didn't shave our legs and we didn't curl our hair, but that's really over. We've kind of come through all that and we're back to being cute, at least from the top up for sure. But seriously, we would love to teach you how to have a business. And if you're not interested in a business, then we would love for you to book a virtual party, because we do these virtual parties literally all the time, and we can do it with your friends and you can be the winner. Let me just tell you about a fun little product that we're offering. This is our Mary Kay Hydrogel eye patches. OMG, Becky, I don't even have time to do a commercial on this, but we want you to know this is the it product. The it product. It is absolutely flying off the shelves. This particular set of eye patches, there's 30 of them here for $40, and we are offering this for when you have a virtual party with us. So it would be fun for you to get your girlfriends. We do all the work. We set it all up. We hook it all up. We get everything ready to go. You just have to invite friends and win gifts. So if that's something that interests you, we would love for you to do that as well. Okay, so here's the deal. You can book a party. You can buy products. You can join our team, or you can just pray for us and let us know that you love us and that we're doing a great job, because we love good compliments as well. Okay, it's almost time for us to be done. Let me check and see if Stephanie has got anybody else. Oh, we do. Let's see. Her name is Kim Latham, and she's from DIQ, Eleni Lancaster's group. So congratulations, Kim. Welcome. We're glad to have you on tonight. And you're going to be getting a summer must-have. We can't wait to lavish everybody with gifts. And so if you didn't win a gift tonight, book a party. I guarantee you'll Okay. Love your guts. Thank you, Tony, for sharing. Thank you, Team Matthews directors, for helping me with all the comments tonight. And go out and make it a more beautiful place. Love you guys.